sing over Montana in Kalamazoo.
The sun comes up for another day, and Chris finds himself with some new intel that just might help him for the rest of the trip.
Alright, we just moved, so we just kind of got over here to see if we can get a better visual. We can't ever have enough intel. You want to do it. There he is right there. Okay, so he's not in the timber yet. He's right there. That's him. He's just kind of feeding his way up the hill. Holy monkey. There is a giant behind him. Okay, that buck was not there. Oh my dear Lord, he's got giant splits. We gotta watch and see where they go. I'm not moving in on him until we get kind of a really good, solid plan. We're just intel right now. Kill factor intel, that's what we're trying to get. They're on the food, we're looking for intel. We gotta watch and see where they go. I'm not moving in on them until we get kind of a really good, solid plan. Deer right here, right in front of us. There's two of them. There's a big doe and then there's a little one over here on the trail. Just had two whitetails come in. A doe and a fawn. Got up to about 20 yards here. Just kind of acting strange, and eventually they walked over and walked up the hill behind us. Casey's over this hill on the other side, still looking for Majestic Lion, his infamous mule deer. I think the mule deer are still on their way to getting to bed, so they should be coming over this hill any minute now. We hope.
As the sky brightens, Chris catches wind that Casey's window of opportunity has arrived. The pace of a hunt can change in an instant, and a waiting game can quickly turn into a hot pursuit. To leave a 180-inch deer can be a tough pill to swallow, but when your brother has an eye on a 200-inch king of the jungle, the decision becomes easy.
Oh my God. Dude, that is a giant deer. Are you kidding me? He has no idea we're here. Oh my God.
Some opportunities may never present themselves twice. Casey wastes no time seizing the moment. The conditions need to be just right to pull off a spot-and-stalk scenario on a wise old buck like Majestic Lion. The quiet Canadian wind won't muffle his steps, but the direction of the breeze will cover his scent, putting two kill factors in his corner: timing and intel.
Well, we spotted Majestic Lion this morning about 7 o'clock in this patch of bush. And we've been trying to figure out how to get in on him. He's not in the best of scenarios. We got a brutal wind. We actually have virtually no wind, but the direction it's coming from isn't helping, so he just got up and decided he wanted to feed around, so we had to make a move. He's only 250 yards the way the crow flies from us, maybe 300 yards right now, so we're just gonna take our time and pick across this little flat. We gotta figure this wind out though, it's killing us right now. It's hot. We're getting closer. get an eyeball on him. Someone can watch him while I make my way up. We're just gonna take our time. We got all day from this point on. See him standing up, or is he laying down? "61 yards right now, but he's just buried back in that thick stuff. Just gonna lay here for a bit, see how it plays out. Trying to move when the wind blows. He's literally buried back in there. He's up. He's up. He's getting up. He's 104. He just got a gust of more wind and it went right at him. He stood up and made his way out into that slough. There he goes. Hours we've been on this deer, and he gone. That sucks.
A close but futile encounter can dampen the spirits. A quick group recap gives Casey an encouraging boost to press on.
See, that's what you had to be, like, you did everything you could do, though. You had to get within range to shoot him, so when he got up, he could shoot.
When he got into the open.
Because it's starting to turn shady on this side, right? So we figured if we stay high and he moves around, like when he gets up here in an hour or so, then we can shoot like him move into the shade.
The only
pretty
thing we
close.
could have just done.
You did good for what you did.
How far over did he go?
Well, he just jumped the fence, like, on the back here.
No, but did he go through that bush there? In the grain field, on an
We
angle,
don't know that. because
is a
we
pretty
lost
good
visual.
bush.
We lost visual.
All right, let's go. He's going to be in that bush.
The hunt for a worthy pursuit is a game of all sorts. Physical, mental, emotional. But when you catch sight of a buck of a lifetime, steely determination and persistence propels you forward. As the morning bleeds into afternoon, Casey persists. He's in his target's territory, and he scans the horizon for antlers.
Round number 2 here with the Majestic Lion. We basically had him in that bush right there earlier today. In this other bush, we've been glassing it. He's just right up here behind us. That wind screwed us today. Came up out of there. He didn't travel 700 yards. So we spent some time glassing some of these little pockets. We found him. We're gonna try and get below him, get the wind in our favor, and try to go right at him. We're getting aggressive. We can make this happen if we play our cards right. We got a ways to go, so we're gonna get rolling. Okay, I got a visual. on 2 of the 3 bucks I saw go in there this morning. One is a good buck. I'm trying to see how deep his splits are. But at this point in the game, this is tough hunt right now. That is an old, mature buck. So if they keep beating, they might come up through this gate, which means I'm gonna bust it. But I'd also like to see if there's something else in there with them. So I'm trying to kind of play this, and I'm jacked up, ready to go. Finally got deer on their feet right in front of us. We have the advantage. There he is. He's right at the edge.
Chris solidifies the significance of his stalk by giving his pursuit a name, Mastodon. Meanwhile, Casey is focused on his mission.
We're gonna take it nice and easy till we get up there. I have a feeling if he feeds out, he's gonna want to feed up this draw. No, no. Here he goes. Man, come on. I mean, he was right there. We crawled all the way up here. We snuck up, belly crawled, got the wind in our favor, got right up to the edge of this bush. And literally, I peeked, waited for the sun to go down first so that my binos weren't shining. I peeked down in there with my binos, and he's laying at 68 yards in the wide open, looking directly our direction. That's all right, we just gotta keep on him. Just gotta keep after him, that's all. All there is to it. Over to.
A spot-and-stalk hunt can create a roller coaster of emotions. While Casey barrels through the challenging lows, Chris feels the adrenaline high as he gets closer to his goal.
Come on. Man, this is hard hunting. We got so close. The plan was working. That middle-sized buck was just on edge all night long. He just jumped and took the rest of them.
In 1 second, the ideal scenario morphs into a missed opportunity. It's a situation that every hunter must face and rise above in order to experience the sweet taste of a goal achieved. The morning sun signals a new day and a fresh start. Casey presses pause on the pursuit of the Majestic Lion and joins forces with his father Chuck to zone in on a mule deer. The father-son duo will team up from both sides of the timber to tackle the hunt from all angles.
We're gonna try a little bit different technique here. This morning, what we've been finding is that these deer, a lot of times, are just jumping from a little patch of bush to another little patch of bush. They may kind of feed their way through, but these patches of bush aren't very far apart. So they make their way from one to the other. So we're gonna try a little different technique, and we're gonna actually get set up on 2 of these different bushes where we know these deer have been using them. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna drop my dad down, get him down in the bottom bush. He's on his way in right now. He's gonna get set up because I'm gonna go to the top patch. But if there's any deer in that top patch with the way I have to set up, my wind's gonna blow in there. So if there's any deer that are in it, there's a good chance they're gonna go out the backside down the bottom and end up going into that other patch down there. So I'm just kind of waiting for those guys to get into position before I slide down in here and do anything. Hopefully it works. Something different, we'll give it a whirl. Well, this is the first morning we've had any cloud cover here at all. These deer have been bedding up really early, even before daylight a couple times. We know that these deer are traveling out of a cut pea field up here. They've been stopping in that timber right there and this timber that we're standing in. Casey's gonna go into the edge of that timber up there and see what we've got. And if something happens to bounce out the back door, we're kind of covering that back door area. Just had a coyote run by here a minute ago, so hopefully that's a good sign. We'll sit here for a little bit and see what happens. We got 75 yards out there to about the 8th post out. So anywhere from there in, I should be able to do something, but I guess we'll see. It's a waiting game. If he comes, he comes.
Tried and true tactics and innovative approaches are all helpful tools in a hunter's toolbox. Sometimes unorthodox methods can prove the most effective at persuading Mother Nature to deliver her bounties.
It's gonna be hard to see anything in these thickets. We're gonna have to get lucky and find one sleeping. What was that? Did you hear that? I just saw a deer jump that fence up there. Oh jeez, here he comes. Oh, it's a buck. Here he comes. Oh, he's a good buck. He's really good. He's coming right at us.
I see sunshine, rivers flowing. I can hear the birds sing in the sky. Mountain valleys, country moonshine. Mother Nature always makes me high. Sweet state of mind. I see sunshine, rivers flowing. I can hear the birds sing in the sky. Sweet state of mind. Sweet state of mind.